All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Martinsville Speedway. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series visits Martinsville. It's the grandfather. It's race number 4 of the season. It's a 150-lap race. Who's got what it takes to bring home the clock, baby? That's right, they give you a grandfather clock when you win this bad boy. Although, we don't. Who's got what it takes to be the king of the short tracks here tonight? Well, there's only one way to find out, baby. That's watching right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, it's a little short track action for you here, the Buschwackers Series on a Friday night. It's 150 laps at the grandfather, Martinsville Speedway. Let's get this party started. All right, thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Man, we've got a good one. I love these short tracks, man. I know the guys are a little worried about it tonight, but I think they're going to be just fine. Now, I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, owner of High Octane Racing League, and this is a good one, baby. 150 laps tonight, and round number 4 on the schedule. I believe that's where we are. And it's Martinsville. Man, a lot can happen here tonight. That is for sure at this short track. It'll be a war of attrition. Going to be some maybe some hurt feelings tonight, some fender rubbing. Who knows what else is in store tonight? Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you want an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. Also, how about some WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, or shared web hosting, also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. And that's who provides our service here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Don't forget to join us over there. You'll get updates of when races are, what the schedules are, when races are going live. And we have our Discord link there as well if you'd like to join us. That's where we do most of our business is on Discord. Again, that's HighOctaneRacing.net. Guys, got about 6.5 minutes left in the practice session here at Martinsville. Man, there's going to be some tight racing tonight, boys. Tight racing tonight. Going to be some hurt feelings. There'll be one happy race car driver here tonight as well. And this could be a big points night. We got that short track package ready to go, baby. We got some more short track action headed your way this weekend at Martinsville Speedway in the Saturday Night Thunder. That's coming up tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the Cup cars, the big boys, the bad boys, kicking it off at Martinsville, 150-lap race, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the Saturday Night Thunder. Hold on, we got to take a look at something. We got to take a look at something here. So where's it at? That ain't it. That's for sure. Oh, look at that. Look at that, boys. Woo! Oh, my goodness. TurnLeftTV, baby, here at Martinsville. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be back in action for race number 8 of the season, and they will be at Texas Motor Speedway. They just had a race at Martinsville on Tuesday. Tuesday series, man, 100-lap race at Texas. Back to the cookie cutter. That's coming up on April the 9th. And race number 8 of the season. I've been getting out of the broadcast booth, mixing it up with these boys. In the Tough Truck Series, I didn't have a very good race at Martinsville. Let's see if I can redeem myself at Texas. That's going to be a tough track, man. A little bumpy there, high speed, man. You're going to have to hold on tight at that bad boy. Let's take a look at the schedule here in the Buschwackers Series. We are approaching halfway. We're at Martinsville tonight, 150-lap race. We'll be at Texas next week to be halfway. And you see the back half of that season, Daytona, Dover, Kansas, Darlington, and North Wilkesboro. The back half of that season. But tonight, we've got a score to settle with Martinsville. And like I said, this could be a big, big points night tonight as well. We're going to take a look at the points coming into tonight's race. Franco Alvarez has the lead. Gordon Carter second. Craig Bears on third. Dana Grover fourth. John Stanley rounding out the top 5 in points. Gilmar Pachotto, Tavallo Spindle, and Steve Pierce, Artur Vieta, and Alexei Salviev rounding out the top 10. Page number 2, you see Sean Jacobs, Todd Robillard, Dennis Uterchin, Gelson Neto, and Jesus Iglesias 11 through 15. 16 through 20, Gene Fedorov, Gladio Bardelli Jr., Dan Richter, Ed Palumbo, and Chris Hughes. And then page number 3, Benor Silva, Preston Hassel, Tony Furtado. Bruno Kolev raced last week with us. Lucas Lorenzetz, and then Jair Oliveira. So those are the point standings coming into tonight's race. Got a few chatters in here. Givaldo kicking it off as always. He's always the first in here, man. Jomar doesn't beat him. Jesus Iglesias in here as well. We call him Barbecue. Fireball Flash Racing. Pointing out the obvious that this is going to be a tough track here tonight. So good luck to Dana Grover here tonight as well. Fireball Flash Racing. Man, we better take a look at the track here at Martinsville. A little over a half a mile in length, and this thing is narrow. It's a little tight, and it is sharp turns, man. I think it's just 2 big turns. That's what I really think. But banking in the straights, 0 degrees. But in the turns, a little bit of banking there, 12 degrees of banking. Man, you are going balls out until you hit that turn 1 or turn 3, and then you are trying to get yourself through the turns as best as you can. Get a good run off. And it's going to be, you're always going to have somebody around you here tonight, especially with the field that we have. We have 18 drivers joining us right now, and you're always going to have some guys hanging out around you. You're going to have to be really, really patient at this track. We'll take a look at the keys to the race here tonight. Braking. You got to make sure you don't heat up those brakes and burn up your tires. So tire management also a key. Be patient here tonight, man. I think if you race this track, you're really going to be able to move yourself up through the field. The guys are going to try to overdrive this thing, get up into the wall, get onto that curb. That curb goes all the way around turns 1 and 2 and all the way around 3 and 4. And that is a pretty substantial curb as well. So got to be really careful here through the corners and get a good exit off corner. That's where you're going to get your speed down the straight to try to get underneath somebody and get around them. And also find a rhythm here tonight. And that includes braking and acceleration. Find that rhythm here tonight at Martinsville. Those are my keys to the race tonight as we are approaching qualifications. So it looks like these guys are headed over to the qualification session. We end our practice session. Don't forget to help me out by clicking on the link in the description of this channel and following it over to the SimLab website. I have a SimLab rig. Actually, I'm sitting in it right now. It's a GT1 Evo, and I love it, man. I've been able to buy some pieces, extra pieces, even get custom-made pieces to attach to it. The perfect size. And it's awesome, man. This aluminum profile metal extrusion stuff is rock solid, easy put together. I got my I actually have a seat out of a Pontiac Fiero as my race seat. I use a DD1 wheelbase, and man, this thing doesn't move at all. It is awesome. And I've been able to attach a button box and a little RAM mount for my keyboard as well. And love it. So please help me out by clicking on that link. If you decide to buy something, please use my link. I appreciate that. So these guys are headed over to quals now. We'll see how this goes. We'll see who's going to be the first out to give it a shot. Looks like Archer Vieta going to be the first out on the track here in this 4 car. Gonna go fast here. Gonna go fast. Archer Vieta into 4. NASCAR BR sponsor machine. Things lined up. He had it a little bit wide, almost got into the wall. There with a 19.461. Take a look at Craig Marizon in the 60. I would imagine he's going to be pretty solid here tonight at this short track. Fast in Sector 1, a little bit off in Sector 2. Let's see this 60 car. Magpul Dynamics sponsor machine, 19.546. P2 for him so far. Todd Robillard, brand new paint scheme there, thanks to Franco Alvarez. It looks like he's finished up his qual there. Franco Alvarez, the new top time in that Bass Pro Shop sponsor machine. We'll see where lap number 2 gets him. So he's already at the top of the grid. 19.214. So a 19.154 is Franco Alvarez's time. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in his outlap. Let's see where that 19 car lands. Alvarez, Vieta, Hassel. Good time for him. Marizon 4th. Carter is 5th. Bardelli Jr. The 154 is the time to be. Let's see where Claudio Bardelli Jr. lands here. Coming off turn 4 down the straight. 5.47 for Bardelli Jr. up to P5. Waldo Spindler, the 68 car. His outlap. Bardelli Jr. is P6 now as Marizon in 5th. Oh, a little bit wide there for Givaldo. A little bit wide there for Givaldo, and that might scrub off some speed here. And he has a little trouble there braking, entering the corner. Looked like he locked him up. And let's see where this is. 20.466. He's got some work to do here on lap number 2. He has got some work to do here in the 68 car. Oh, into the wall there. That's going to scrub off some speed, no doubt. 2/10 there. back of the wall, and he's going to get a 20.2. So 13th right now on the grid for Givaldo. Jair Leveda in the 9X machine. Coming up around turn 3. Nine, 20.028. Thought he was going to crack the 19s. And right now 12th on the grid for JJ. Lap number 2 for him. And you see burning those right side tires up just a little bit. Too much gusto into the turn. 19.790. 12th. P12 there for JJ. Jesus Iglesias, man. I'll tell you what, barbecue out here. Oh, and he smacks the wall there off of turn 2. And he's got a good lap, though. Lap number 1 brings him up to P6. So looks like he's going to get a good starting position. Not sure where Chris Hughes, like a couple of guys here, Chris Hughes and Ritsky Nova have not qualified, so they're going to probably start where they start. So we are in the qualification still, about 4 minutes left to go, and looks like everybody has qualified who is going to qualify here. Thanks so much again for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Really appreciate you being here tonight. Race number 4 tonight at Martinsville. And again, thanks for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Let's get this party started. All right, again, thanks so much for joining me here at Martinsville Speedway. This is TurnLeftTV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and we are just in the waning moments of the qualification session. Actually, they're doing the drivers' meeting right now. They take the back half of that quals and do the drivers' meeting. So we'll give you the official results here very, very shortly. And if you're just joining us, we're at Martinsville, and it's race number 4 of the season, a 150-lap race. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. And thanks for coming in and watching the race tonight, whether you are watching it live or whether you're watching it on replay. Thank you so much. Please hit that like button. Beat the algorithm out there. Let's beat up on the algorithm. We've got some more racing headed your way this weekend. Tomorrow night we'll be at Martinsville in the Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup Cars. Race number 4 of that season. It's a 150-lap race. Did I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat? Probably guys would more like me to get out of the driver's seat and get back in the broadcast booth. We start getting a bunch of guys out here that I'll start broadcasting those races. But so far I've been racing with them, and I've had a lot of fun. It's a heck of a show, really is. So really appreciate that. Appreciate those guys who come out and race with us each and every week. And the Saturday Night Thunder, man, it's been going on for 23 years. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be back in action on Tuesday. They'll be at Texas Motor Speedway for race number 8 of the season. And we've had a lot of fun. Great racing in the Tough Trucks. Good sized fields there. And guys are really, really liking this series. I love it, man. I get out of the broadcast booth and get in the truck at this series, get on the track and race it up with these boys, too. So I've had a lot of fun. I didn't have a very good race here at Martinsville earlier this week, but man, I've been having a pretty good season in the Tough Trucks. Well, come on out and join us. Well, it looks like qualifications are over. And we'll take a look at the results. Franco Alvarez, he came out early, got a bunch of laps in, and it shows. 19.154 P1 for him. Benor Silva will start outside row 1. Archer Vieira, Preston Hassel, row number 2. Craig Marizon and Jesus Iglesias, row 3. Claudio Bardelli Jr., Gordon Carter, row number 4. John Stanley and Todd Robillard, row number 5. Row number 6, Jelson Neto in that 63 car. David Grover starts in 12th on outside row 6. Jair Oliveira and Givaldo Spindola, row number 7. Chris Hughes, Dennis Hughes, row 8. And Ritzky Novar, how about that? The 10 car, Raven Puff. Out here. Starts in P17 tonight. He did not qualify, so he's going to start in the back. Might not be a bad idea. Might not be a bad idea. So that's the qualification results here in the Buschwacker Series at Martinsville. Man, my pick to win this race. Wow, I don't know, Bo. Woo. See where I'm going. I know where I'm going on this one. Here's my pick to win this race. Ben or Silva. That's who I think is going to win. Ben or Silva is a great race car driver, and I'll tell you, he shows up tonight. Anytime he shows up, he is a threat to win the race. So that's who I think is going to win tonight, Ben or Silva. Been racing with Ben for a long time, man, going way back to the NASCAR Total days. Dana Grover in that Fireball Flash machine. Toyota, let's see how he fares tonight. We've got some fans in here. Hammer in here, baby. You can see Preston Hassel with us out here tonight, too. He qualified really well in this 27. He figures it out, man. It didn't take him long. I mean, he gets out and has some challenges initially, but he ends up figuring it out, and I think he's going to have a fast car here tonight, that 27. Behind him is Archie Viet, another guy really a threat to win the race, too. You want to see close quarters up there. Close quarters. Oh, right there, and he got hit. Got hit, just snapped around at 71. Peixoto gets into the back of him. And wow. Spun him around a little bit. If we can't take a look at that again. Peixoto hard into the turn right there and gets into that 10 car. And that's what I was talking about in the pre-race show, is you really got to be careful when you're following another car. They may have a different braking point than you do. You're going to have to be really careful about that. Be patient. Take a look at the 83 and the 90 side by side there coming off the turn. Couple Camaros here duking it out in the practice session, trying to figure out what they can do. Claudio Bardelli Jr. sending us a hello. JJ as well. Good luck to both those guys tonight. Boa sorte. Gordon Carter in this mix. He's got a fast car here tonight as well. Gordon Carter in the 56 practicing his pit. Making sure he's got that lined up. Don't forget, next week we'll be at Texas Motor Speedway. Changing it up a little bit, man. We've had 3 short tracks, a road course, and now our first 1.5 miles coming up on April the 12th. 100-lap race in Texas Motor Speedway here in the Buschwackers Series. Of course, it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, get your picks in now. My pick is Ben or Silva tonight. That's who I think is going to win this race. He'll be a good pick. Gelson Neto also fast, man. He's been running with us in the trucks, and he's been lightning fast as well in the truck series. So what a guy definitely could win this race. I think an outsider a little bit, but hey, he's got a lot of racing experience. I've been on the track with him. That guy is lightning fast. How about this? Dennis Unichin. We're so thankful to see Dennis tonight, man. Dennis emailed me or messaged me on Discord earlier this week, and he said, man, they've been cutting the power. We're lucky if we have about 5 hours of power. He lives in Kharkiv, Ukraine, and they have been getting bombed just about every day. And the power's been getting cut off and so forth. So, man, we're so thankful to have Dennis out here with us, and we are definitely praying for he and his fellow countrymen and all the people here so they can go home safely, live a nice, long, happy life, and have a bunch of kids. You know what I'm saying? We could all just get out here and sim race together. We could solve the world's problems. I've known Dennis for quite a while, and you know he's raced with us here at HORL, and he gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning to race with us. I mean, that is dedication, man. And then throwing on top of it, you never know what's going to hit your apartment building. You know, I mean, that's flipping gangster right there, man. I mean, I tell you right now. And I have all the respect in the world for Dennis Unichin. All right, boys. Guess what? It is that time. It is that time. We're going to get this party started, huh? We are going to get this party started. Race number 4 of the season, baby, and it's Martinsville. Warm-up is over. Let's go! This should be a fun one.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, I think we're ready, baby. I think we are ready. All right, baby, it is Martinsville tonight. 150 lap race. Let's take a look at the starting order. Franco Alvarez starts in P1 in that 83 car. Vitor Silva starts second. Archie Vieta starts third. Preston Hassel starts in the 4th position. Starting in P5 will be Craig Marizon in the 60 car. Jesus Iglesias starts 6th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is 7th. Gordon Carter will start in the 8th spot. Starting in 9th will be John Stanley in the 12. Todd Robillard in the 90 starts 10th. Gelson Neto in that 63 starts in the 11th position. Dana Grover starts in 12th. Starting in 13th will be Jair Oliveira in the 9X. Jomar Peixoto in the 71 starts 14th. Javaldo Spindler in the 68 starts 15th. And Chris Hughes in the 7 starts in the 16th position. Starting in 17th is Dennis Unichin in the 47. And starting in P18 is Ritsky Novar in the 10 car. Don't forget my race keys here tonight, man. Braking, tire management, be patient, corner exit, and find that rhythm. Those are my race keys here at Martinsville. Braking and tire management, huge, man. Patience, huge. Corner exit, huge. Find the rhythm, huge. Like I hit the nail on the head, huh? All right, here we go. Pace car's off. We're ready to go, baby.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Alvarez and Silva into turn one. They're almost 3 wide, and Silva's on that outside line. He's looking to use the outside and maybe pinch the 83 car down side by side there. Alvarez got his work cut out for him tonight with Ben Silva there. They're still side by side. Good clean start here. Alvarez reclaiming that spot. Ben Silva back to second. Archuleta is in third. Look at Archuleta out of the front of his machine at that battle there. Ben Silva and Franco Alvarez. And Silva now diving down to the inside line. He backs off. Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Gordon Carter there getting after it. Looks like also the 90 of Todd Robillard. Bardelli Jr. right now in the 7th position of the 19 car at 56. Gordon Carter behind NP8. Todd Robillard in the 9th position. And Robillard starting to look around on that inside to see if he can't get down below the 56 of Gordon Carter. So a couple of Camaros here getting after it. Take a look at Jesus here in the 22. Orange Crush sponsor machine. Take a look at this replay here. Looks like there might have been some contact between the 22 and the 27. 22 diving in, and he drifts up, across the front of the 27 car. A little bit of contact there, but Jesus up to the 3rd spot. He is looking pretty fast here tonight. Now, Jesus, tell you what, man, being patient here. I don't know. He says patience, patience. I'm on my way to the front, and he is now up to the 3rd position. He gets around Ben Silva. Gets around Archuleta and sets his sights on Ben Silva. Wow. Okay, boys. Game on. Franco Alvarez, the leader. Justin Hassel says he's got a little bit of damage in the front end of that car from that incident. AMD Rising machine not agreeing with him now. It looked like Iglesias came across the nose of the 27 car. Now the 27 trying to hold on a little bit tight there through the corners. He's going to leave the door open there for Craig Marizon. Marizon running in the 6th position. Take a look at John Stanley here running in that 12 car. Starting to close in on the 90 of Todd Robillard. John Stanley right now running in P10. Good run here for the 12 car. Top 10 run just behind him. Dana Grover, Jelson Neto also in the 12th position. Grover running in P11. Take a look at this. Archuleta says, hey, I'll tell you what, man, I'm going to go ahead and take this spot back. And this NASCAR BR sponsor machine, brand new paint scheme here for him. Thanks to Franco Alvarez. Beating up on my paint scheme. I did the Orange Crush sponsor machine. Jesus dives in, tries to claim that spot back. And Ben Silva says, I don't think so. And we got a yellow flag here. We got a yellow flag. It looked like Iglesias came around. We were watching a little bit of replay, and Iglesias off the pace there. So our first caution flag. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Is Iglesias there's contact. Right there, contact into the back of the 22. Take a look here. The 22 gets spun, it looks like. Look at this again. Right here into the turn. 22 on the inside, and then the 27 into the 22. We're on board here with Marizon. He's going to see a whole lot of that 22 car drifted up to the wall. Again, we'll take a look at this one more time. And it really looked like maybe there was contact there. The 22 got into the back of the, the 27 got into the back of the 22 car. And the 22 up in the wall. Man, he was like gangbusters going to the front. That was on the 27. Well, Dana Grover shown as the race leaders. We got some guys who have made pit stops, looks like. Novar shown in second. So these guys now are going to be coming down pit lane here, trying to get some points. It looks like Novar had some aspirations of getting some bonus points there, but Dana Grover reigned on that parade. And the Fireball Flash machine. And Alvarez will reclaim the front position, it looks like. Iglesias on pit lane, taking a pretty extended pit stop here. It looks like Chris Hughes is out of the race. I'm not sure what happened to Chris. He lost his connection or something. Looks like we're all buttoned up here and ready to go. And Jesus is back out, but I'm not sure what the message there from Jesus is.
Green flag, go, go, go.
So these guys are now okay, these guys so here we go. We're going to go green flag now. These guys trying to fix this. There we go. It's the wonderful thing about RF2, man. They can't figure out how to deal with the stock car rules. Here we go. Back to green. Side by side there, Franco Alvarez and Archer Vieira side by side. The 19, Claudio Bartelli Jr. He's got that car in front. Oh, we got another. It had a crash there. It looked like Gelson Neto got into the wall. He kept it straight, but man, there was contact. Neto got a little bit squirrely. Huge contact there for him. Take a look and see what happened here. Gelson Neto into the turn. Drifts up. He gets into the curb right there coming off the turn and gets into Gordon Carter and slams the wall. And a lot of guys going to get around there. So Neto having some trouble here tonight. We're going to try to take some, make some catch up here or recover some spots. He is now back to P11. But he is going to have some left side damage to that car, probably some right side damage as well. And here we are, Franco Alvarez leading, Arguvieta second, Bardelli Jr. third, Gordon Carter in the fourth position, Todd Robillard in P5. Take a look at Todd Robillard running in the fifth position, starting to peek around on that 56 car. Well, these guys racing it out a little while ago, that first green flag run. Things happen in a hurry here. That's the hassle here in the 27 car. Running in the 15th position. Benor Silva down pit lane. Not sure what's happened to Benor Silva. He is on pit lane. Big time problems for Benor Silva here. To the 4 Indy 83 here, duking it out for P1. That 4 car looking fast. These guys duking it out right now, and looks like Alvarez going to clear and open up a little bit of a gap there, about a half a second gap on Vieta. Take a look at Gordon Carter. He's running in the fourth position. Good run here for the 56 car. High place moving sponsor machine. Good night here for him. P4. Trying to close in on Bardelli Jr. A little bit of a breakaway. Gelson Neto here battling it out with the Gilmar. Oh, there's some contact there. Gilmar and Gelson. 63 car trying to muscle his way around to 71. For the 8th position. Jair Oliveira also getting around. So Peixoto having a battle right now. He's going to lose a couple spots. And just behind him now is Givaldo Spindola. Also Ritsky Novar there as well. Givaldo running in 11th position. Ritsky Novar in P12. Dana Grover here battling a couple of Toyotas with Dennis Uderchin. 47 and the 89. Battling here as the 89 gets by 47. Now back to the 14th position as it looks like Preston Hassel's going to get around as well. Ritsky Novar and Givaldo Spindola here battling as a 10 to the inside of the 68. This is for the 11th position. And it looks like Ritsky Novar, one of our Indonesian drivers, going to get around Givaldo Spindola, one of our Brazilian drivers. A little battle there. Franco Alvarez right where he wants to be, out front. He comes in early, gets a lot of laps in. He knows how to drive these cars anyway. He loves these cars. That's a big part of it, really. And when you like these cars, when you like the way these cars handle, you know, it's going to fire you up a little bit more. You get in them a little bit more, get some laps in, and you are prepared when you get out here. Take a look at this. JJ and Gelson battling it out. Gelson Neto with a 63 on the high side is Jair Oliveira in the 9X car on the bottom side and gets around. Picks up P8. Gelson Neto back to the 9th position, but he has got some company. That's Ritsky Novar all over the back of him now. You see out of the back of the Gelson Neto's machine, Ritsky Novar, Gilmar Peixoto. And it looks like Ritsky Novar going to try to squeeze that car through. Ritzky Novar gave it a look. Nowhere to the inside. Jelson Neto's a hard one to pass, that's for sure. Good battling here. And Ritzky Novar now to the inside of Jelson Neto. Neto to the outside. He's going to end up losing a spot here to Ritzky Novar. Look at this, Craig Marizon, Todd Roblar battling a couple Camaros, the 90 and the 60. John Stanley in this mix as well. John Stanley, good run here for him. He's in P12. Excuse me, P7 in the 12 car. Said, hey man, don't take away spots from me, bro. He's the lone Ford in this trilogy. He's closing in on these guys. These guys battling pretty hard. Looks like Marizon gets by. Marizon up to P5. Good run here for the 60 car. Craig Marizon in the 60. Now 3.4 seconds off the race lead. Ritzky Novar now closing in on Jair Oliveira. This battle. Ritzky Novar looking fast here, man, I'll tell you. He is making some time, and he is up to the 8th position. So Novar gets around JJ back to 9th. And look at this. John Stanley showing some muscle here. He's battling the 90 car. The little Camaro versus Mustang, and the Mustang going to win out on that battle. That diehard sponsor machine now up to the 6th position. Dana Grover in that Fireball Flash machine. One of our Canadian drivers getting around or side by side here right now with JJ. JJ hasn't given up the fight. This is a great race. A couple Toyotas here duking it out. And looks like Fireball Flash Racing going to get by. Dana Grover now up to the 9th position. Dennis Uderchin going to get by this 63 car, it looks like. Dennis Uderchin on the inside of the 63. Good battle here. Jelson Neto and Dennis Uderchin. Franco Alvarez is the leader. He's going to try to... Oh, boy, does he slip through. That's a risky... Oh, that's a risky move right there. Wow. Archivetta might have got up on the wall, too. Might have got up on the wall. Let's take a look. Take a look at Archivetta here as that passing going on. Look at this. Alvarez split in the middle. Wow, that is risky. And then Vieta slams the wall coming off the turn, so some damage now for P2. Lap traffic is an issue. And Vieta now trying to get around that 47 car. Wow, man, it's starting to get exciting now, huh? Claudio Bardelli Jr. wanting to get around the 47. Bardelli Jr., pitching down a little bit. Right, dime in that corner. And battling Dennis Uderchin, not for position, but position on the track. And he's going to pick up that spot.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, no. Craig Marizon looks like he might have come around here in the 60 car. So a yellow flag here on lap 49. Man, could you feel the intensity picking up on that? I mean, really. Let's take a look and see what happened. The 71 car, comes across the track, gets into the 60 car, and he spins. He might end up getting hit again. And he has got some big-time damage. It looked like the 71 came off the wall, came down, got into the 60 car. We'll take a look here. So here's the 60. And looked like the 60 might have went up the track just a little bit as he came off the turn, because that might be your natural deal. But so he was down pretty low here. He gets into the curb right there, pops it up on the curb. That upsets the balance of that car. And he comes flying across, but also looked like Jomar really did hit pretty hard and get into that 60. John Stanley had a ringside seat for that one, I believe. Well, maybe not exactly a ringside seat, but an upper deck seat. Gelson Neto might have had the ringside seat for that one, I believe. Take a look at the Gelson out the front of his machine as those guys get together. We're going to go back to live here. We got some pit stops, I believe, that are underway. Yeah, don't pass. So it looks like Argeveda now that's shown as the race leader. Alvarez in second, Carter third, Stanley fourth. It looks like we are lined back up, ready to rock and roll, and Vieira is our new race leader. Pace car is in. Here we go, man. Things happen in a hurry here. Caution flags don't take long here, man. Now we're bunched back up, as Vieira is our new leader. Alvarez is in second, so a couple Camaros here. Fast Camaros at that. John Stanley up in this mix. John Stanley running into fourth position. Oh, and he might have got a little bit of a contact there from John Robillard. Robillard said, hey, I just want to let you know I'm here. Got a new paint scheme. It looks like we got some wrecking going on here. Dana Grover is crashed, and also the 22 crashed. So it looked like maybe Grover might have come around, it looked like. So bunch back up. Cautions breed cautions. Take a look and see what happened here. Looked like, man, tight right there. And it looked like that the 22 got into the wall, and the 89 also drifted up as well and sandwiched, but I don't know if the getting into the wall part would have mattered much. And it looks like the 89 drifted up there, but definitely the 22 got in the wall, but I think he just got driven up the track right there. Wow. Right there, as we back that up a little bit, as they're coming off the turn. And wow, man, some guys had to take some serious evasive moves. On that one. All right, looks like Archivetta has elected to take that inside line. All right, looks like Archivetta said, hey, I want that low line again. Franco Alvarez says, okay, I'm going to warm up my tires. We'll see how that works out for you. Gordon Carter up to the third position. John Stanley fourth. At the 90 and the 60 there in row 3.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And we're back to green. Oh, man, Alvarez way up the track and got into the wall. Man, he slammed the wall coming off the turn, and that may have hurt him. That was a pretty hard lick there for Franco Alvarez. Gordon Carter sees that, and he may smell blood in the water right now. He's running in the third position, and I'm sure he saw that contact with Franco Alvarez. Right now, Gordon Carter in the 56 in P3. Just behind him, John Stanley in the fourth position. And rounding out the top 5 is Todd Robillard. Robillard slamming the wall coming off the turn. There's some hassle here battling with Ben Silva. Side-by-side racing here as Preston Hassel working the outside line in the 27. He's running in P8. And, oh, boy, there's a tight race in there. Ben Silva trying to squeeze that car through. Preston Hassel not wanting to give up that spot. Ben Silva is a cagey veteran, and he is now on the bottom side, but Hassel has that outside line, gets a good run down the straight. Able to pull off that pass. Boy, he had to work for that one. 27 car working overtime here tonight. Take a look at Ritsky Novar here running in the 10th position. The top 10 run here for the Toyota Raven Puff sponsor machine. It looks like the 3X and the 27 still getting after it. This is Ben Silva and Preston Hassel, and Silva getting around. Don't worry, Preston. I've been there before, too. Ben Silva passes a lot of people. The 12 and the 90. The 12 got up into the wall. It looked like John Stanley, that Stanley Tool sponsor machine, gets into the wall, making contact, and the 90 car going to pick up that spot. So Stanley back to P5 as Todd Robillard up to the 4th position. Something we missed here, I believe. Maybe I'm missing something here. Oh, wait a minute. This is the start. Franco Alvarez. Here we go. Franco Alvarez now closing in on it. Even though he has right side damage. Oh, right there. Well, Vieira says, let me join you with the right side damage. And the 83 car gets by. Wow. P1, P2. Look at those guys slamming off the wall here early in this run. So Alvarez is our leader. Go back to live here, and he has opened up about a 0.7 of a second lead, a little over 0.7. Arts Vienna running in the second position. Two cars out of the race, Bardelli Jr. and Hughes. Chris Hughes out of the race. Uncharacteristic there for both those guys. This car one lap down is Dennis Yudichin. He is running in that 47 car. Next car one lap down will be Jomar Peixoto. About 4.5 seconds separate the two of those guys. So right now the 47 is in the lucky dog position. Last car on the lead lap is only 8 seconds back to the race leader, and that is the 63 of Gelson Neto, the Shell-sponsored machine. Gelson Neto is in 12th in the last car on the lead lap. We got a yellow flag here. These guys have not figured out how to ride around under green. Take a look and see what happened. Oh, JJ there getting sideways. And coming down and getting into the 3X car. Oh, and he backs it into the wall. So he really got in pretty hot here. Watch this. This car is absolutely cattywampus right there. And 3X gets in to the corner. And the 9 comes across, gets into it. 9X comes across and gets into it. It looked like Preston Hassel might have had a look at that. Yeah, it looked like Benor tried to take that spot. Not a spot for position, that's for sure, but looking out of the front of Benor Silva's machine, you see that 9X drifting way up right there, and he comes across the track. It gets into Benor across, and then the 9X into the wall. As we get the pit stops underway. Dennis Yudichin on pit lane, taking some service. Franco Alvarez finishing up his pit stop, coming back out. He is the race leader, or will be. Now, Alvarez is elected to go to the inside, and that puts Gordon Carter, who is up front here, on the outside line. Gelson Neto starts in third, Robillard fourth. So we get a different look up front here now. Vieta is back.
Green flag, go,
Vieta's
go,
in
go.
the pit lane. I'm not sure what happened to Vieta, but he's in 13th. He's in P13. As Alvarez, whoa! Gordon Carter sideways there, getting through the corner. Gelson Neto having a battle. Gelson Neto. Oh, Gordon Carter looking a little racy here. As Robillard tried to get by Gelson. And the 90 on the outside, going to have to try to hold on to that spot. Is the 60 car looking low? Franco Alvarez says, you guys go ahead and duke it out, baby. I'll go ahead and run away with this. He's got a half a second lead over P2. Gordon Carter is in second. Neto third. Robillard fourth. Marizon is in fifth. We'll take a look at Craig Marizon in the 60 car. He's got the 27 just behind him. These guys are simmer down a little bit. I think we're working on 4 caution flags here at 85 laps. So these guys run a little bit and they get a string of cautions. Preston Hassel running in P6. After a little bit of a damage early in the race, he seemed to have recovered somewhat. This AMD Ryzen sponsor machine. Jesus Iglesias and Dennis Udichin and Benor Silva. Benor Silva getting around the 47 car. Jesus Iglesias in this mix as well. Now Jesus is down a little bit. He is 4 laps down. And I'm not sure what the deal is with Archie Vieta. This is really uncanny here, as Archie Vieta maybe had some huge damage that he was dealing with. Now shown in the 13th position. So he was running up front. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Go back up into live here is Franco Alvarez, the leader, and he has not been able to get away from Gordon Carter. Gordon Carter right there, just 3/10 back. Gelson Neto is third, Robillard fourth, and Marizon rounding out the top 5. So no real change in the top 5 here since we went back green. Dana Grover running into 7th position in this Fireball Flash sponsored Toyota. Number 89 car. Good P7 run for him. John Stanley, another one of those Canadian drivers, just behind him. Benor Silva in the 3X running in the 9th position. We've got a Toyota, we got a Ford, and we've got a Chevy. 7, 8, and 9. And Vieta now closing in on Givaldo Spindle. And Givaldo running in the 13th spot. He was the last car on the lead lap as Archie Vieta now gets by. So the 4 car trying to play some catch up here. Got behind the 8 ball on pit stops. Finds himself back here in P12. Robillard and Neto here battling it out. Robillard in the 90 car, 63. Gelson Neto up on the high side. Little Chevy versus Ford. And Marizon's going to try to sneak through as well. Look at that battle there between the 60 and the 63. And a couple Chevys there beating up on that Ford. As Gelson Neto now back to P5. As now the Ford of Preston Hassel says, hey, I think I can do this too. But, man, he got a little squirrely coming off the turn. Had to play catch up there. And then we got a Toyota in this mix. The 89 climbing in here as well. 89 running into 7th position. Preston Hassel is 6th. On board here with Gelson Neto. And this track just takes a massive amount of concentration, a massive amount of patience, and a little bit of luck. Arcavieta continuing to move up, now back up to P11. Out there by himself. He's about 5.5 seconds back to P10, but something very different about what's going on here with the 4 car. NASCAR BR sponsor machine back to the 11th spot. Take a look at where everybody is here on the track. Oh, John Stanley coming off the turn, smacking the walls. Ben Silva in the 3X car starting to look around on the high side. Wow, John Stanley, the hard lick into the outside, that Stanley tool sponsor machine. That was a huge lick. As Ben Silva starting to work this outside line. Dana Grover in the 89 on the outside as Ben Silva picking up some speed. And this is a log jam right here. Gelson Neto leading this group. And this is a mess. Parking lot. Down to the back of Gelson Neto's machine. And Ben Silva is using this outside line and putting on a clinic right now. He is battling Preston Hassel. Oh, there's contact there. Contact there. Gelson Neto and Preston Hassel swapping some paint. Ben Silva and Preston Hassel swapping some paint. Ben Silva in the 3X machine says, hey, I want to get around. Let's go. And he is using this outside line and just knifing through the field. How about that? Ben Silva putting on a clinic right now. That is textbook outside line. That's my pick to win this race, and he is now back up to P5. Holy smokes. He went from P9, P10 to P5 in about 4 laps. I mean, that's just kicking him off right there. He has got something going on. Gelson Neto and John Stanley here duking it out. And they're 3 wide here is Raven Puff in this. That's Ritzky Novar. That's his pet name for his girlfriend. And Gelson Neto going to give up a spot there to John Stanley. Valdo up in the wall there. Going to let those guys go. Gelson Neto hard onto the brakes. You saw some smoke there. Saw some smoke on that one. There's a good racing going on. Franco Alvarez is the leader. Great racing going on with these guys in that pack. As we take a look at our leader, Franco Alvarez. We look at our side-by-side view here as Neto has dropped back just a little bit. And that battle up here with Grover and Hassel still duking it out. Preston Hassel running in the 6th position, so he's starting to work that AMD Ryzen sponsor machine back to the front. Good battling there with those guys. Now 4 or 5 cars really duking it out. And Dana Grover all over the back of Preston Hassel. As Franco Alvarez is the leader. He's got a 3.5 second lead over P2, and that is Gordon Carter. Todd Robilardi is 3rd, Marzon 4th, Silva is 5th. And we might have some green flag pit stops here coming up. So Alvarez the leader. And hearing that Jomar Peixoto might be coming down pit lane. So Peixoto way over to the inside, and I think he might be coming down pit road, as we are getting some word that he is on pit lane. So Peixoto making a pit stop here on lap 111. Just under 40 laps to go. Alvarez extending that lead, 4.6 seconds now. And we may start seeing some guys come down pit lane. Right now, Peixoto, he might be off sequence a little bit. You see the 71 finishing up his pit stop. This is tough, man. To pit early here, it's always a little bit of a risky move because, you know, you're going to just give up laps. And Gilmar now is 3 laps down. Coming back out on track. '56 car indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane, and that is Gordon Carter. Gordon Carter now coming onto pit lane. He's giving up some spots, so the 56 maybe playing a little strategy. You may see some of these guys running up front, making pit stops. Gordon Carter, second car onto pit lane. Here on lap 116. Good to see E-Club Sim Racing. And BK in here, rooting on Dana Grover. Dana Grover's got a huge fan base. Darren Hollow as well. As you see Alvarez now running into some lap traffic. His 71 came back off pit lane. He has got fresh tires. So it's going to be hard, I think, for Alvarez to get around that 71, since the 71 on fresh rubber here. And this could be a big one. You see the 56 also back onto the track after making pit stop. He's on fresh tires. So Alvarez now getting by the 71. Todd Robillard is our second place car in the 90. 60 just behind him. This is a great battle here, P2, P3. Very tight battle. These guys have been battling pretty much all night long. The 90 and the 60. Good battle here, rolling up on the 63 car. 63 Gelson Neto is 1 lap down in the 10th position. And I'll tell you, Marizan is starting to look around on the inside. You see that car biting a little bit better. A little bit better through the turn. But Robillard using the outside line, not giving him the room that he would need. I mean, he's not racing him dirty here. He's just holding his line, saying, hey, I'm going to hold this outside line, and you're not going to really get the bite that you need off the turn. But there you go. The 60 car says, well, I tell you what, I'm just going to chip away a little bit at a time. And, oh, boy, it is getting tight there between the 60 and 90. And the 60 going to get that spot. Oh, the 90 ran out of room. The 90 ran out of room and got into the wall. Holy smokes. Marizan worked on him. Marizan worked on him here and finally pulled off that pass. Marizan went down to the inside. Used a little bit of muscle there coming off the turn, and he had the preferred spot now. And then the 90 car, watch this. He just gets in at a bad angle, and he's going to come off. Oh, and then slam that wall. That is hard lick. That is a hard lick there for the 90. The 90 now trying to, he's definitely going to have to make another pit stop here, but that car is boogered up now. Scratched up the new paint scheme. As we go back up here to Franco Alvarez, our leader. That is a horrible camera angle. I don't know why we need that. Looks like Givaldo got caught speeding on pit lane, so he's going to have to come back down, do a drive-through. The sheriff got him. Take a look at Dana Grover here. He is all over the back of the 27 car right now. Dana Grover in the 89. The 27, Preston Hassel, is in 5th position. Dana Grover is in 6th. Archer Vieira is trying to close in on these guys. He's 4.5 seconds back, but he has worked his way methodically through traffic. He is now in P7. A little bit of a gap there for him. See this battle there, P5, P6. That is a little bit bigger than, or shorter than what it says there, numbers-wise. That 89 is all over the back of the 27 car. Ritsky Novar is running in 10th. Now he is 1 lap down, but pretty fast here. Gordon Carter just behind him, so that's another race for position. That's P10, P11. 10 car in 10th, the 56 in the 11th spot. Now remember, the 56 came down pit lane, so he may be good to go. He may be good to go. Jesus Iglesias in the 22, picking up a spot as Givaldo is on pit lane. And the 22 now reclaiming the 14th position. Alvarez got a 5.5 second lead, and he's starting to roll in on some lap traffic. You see Jesus in the 22 just ahead. And I think Jesus is on the radio letting him know, go low. Here, I'll give you the room. And that's going to help him out quite a bit. So 5.6 seconds. Marzon is in 2nd. Robillard 3rd. Silva in the 4th position. Preston Hassel is in 5th. Benor Silva running in the 4th spot. Good to see Benor Silva out here with us. A great race car driver, man. Out here mixing it up in the 3X car. So we've got 9 new driver schemes. The 1X, 2X, and 3X are Chevy. 4, 5, and 6X would be a Ford. 7, 8, and 9X would be Toyotas. And we see a couple of those out on the track here tonight. Greg Marzon in the 60. 6.6 seconds down to the race leader as we're starting to close in on 15 to go. We might have to see some pit stops out of these guys that are up front. Just don't know if they can make it the rest of the way. And I'll tell you right now, this is a mess. This is an absolute mess right here. 47 car, Dennis Udichin up on the high side. Udichin is 1 lap down, running in the 9th position. Going to give those guys a lot of room. You see, that's a lot of racing savvy there. Oh, he and Ritsky Novar might have made some contact. Novar drifted up to the high line here. Look at that. Gordon Carter down to the inside. And Preston Hassel going to try to pull up that pass. Hassel uses the outside line. Holy smokes, this is getting interesting here. As Dana Grover went to the inside to try to get around the 27, not able to pull off that pass. And, oh, boy, he's diving in. He's diving in. Holy smokes, this is getting interesting. This is the battle for the 5th position. Great battle there. Wow. Liking that one. And I don't think this is over. I do not think this is over as Dana Grover, Preston Hassel having a fight. There's a little bit of a gap there between the two of them now. But Franco, there's some urgency, I think, because Franco Alvarez is rolling up on these guys and looking to maybe put them a lap down. That's where he's at. Archer Vieira is the first car 1 lap down, and he's in the 7th position. And I would suggest to you that Archer Vieira has got a ton of damage. And this is getting interesting again. You see Preston Hassel and Dana Grover starting to rekindle that battle. Grover backed off, got a little bit of a rest, and now closing back in. He's going to try to figure it out. He might have to do that bump and run on him. Leave that outside open. You can take it, but Preston Hassel really driving the wheels off that thing right now. Grover to the inside. He just cannot get the bite that he needs coming off the turn to pull off that pass. I think I would go to the high side. I'd go to the high side and shut the door. Don't give him the room that he needs as you come off the turn. And Dana Grover back to the high side. Just cannot seem to quite get the run that he needs on that high side to get to the outside of the 27. And that is a battle here as we close out the laps here. Keep our eye on that one. And Alvarez, the leader. 8.2 second lead over Marizon. Robillard in third, Silva fourth, Hassel right now in the fifth position. And Dana Grover is in sixth. Those are the guys that are on the lead lap. And Alvarez is closing in on Dana Grover right now. Alvarez looking to try to put P6 down a lap. And this is going to be hard because these guys are now side by side. Dana Grover going to the outside line. Dana Grover going to the outside. Oh, and he's not able to really get the bite. Alvarez to the inside. And again, this is going to be interesting here because Alvarez is a little bit boxed in. And Alvarez is going to scooch around and he clear that 89 car. And he does, it looks like. So he's split up that battle and now sets his sights on Preston Hassel. Preston Hassel is so good at these short tracks. He has not been racing here as of late. Really just come back for a little bit. And really hasn't lost a beat. I mean, he loves these short tracks, and here he is running in the fifth position. And Alvarez getting loose, trying to get around Preston Hassel. And I think it's fair game for Hassel to try to hold on to that lead lap. He doesn't want to get lapped. He's not doing anything dirty. He's just driving his line. And Franco Alvarez to the inside. Can't quite get the bite that he needs. Preston Hassel, that AMD sponsor machine, trying to get around here on lap 149. We got 2 to go. Franco Alvarez across the start-finish line. We'll have 1 to go. Last lap here for the 83. Alvarez, a little squirrely there coming off turn 2, down the backstretch. Running in some lap traffic. John Stanley getting up out of the way. And the 83, Franco Alvarez, is going to come away with the victory. Wow. Another good race here for Franco Alvarez, huh? He says, I know what it takes to win. That's coming out and getting a lot of practice in. He came out early tonight. He did a great job of really dominating here. He had his work cut out for him for a little bit there. I think Archer, if you had to give him a huge run. So great job to Franco Alvarez. These guys got it cleaned up there in that second half of the race, didn't they? What a run. So Franco Alvarez getting the win. And what a battle he had on his hands getting to that spot. Alvarez winning again. Let's take a look at the final results. A good turnout here tonight. Let's take a look at the final results here tonight. Franco Alvarez gets the win. Craig Marzon battles up to P2. Robillard finishes in the 3rd position. Benner Silva, my pick to win the race, finishes in P4. Preston Hassel finishes in 5th. Dana Grover 6th. Archie Vieta finishes in that 7th position. John Stanley 8th. Ritsky Nobar finishes in the 9th position. Dennis Schuderson finishes in P10. Finishing in the 11th position is Gordon Carter. Gelson Neto finishes in P12. Jomar Peixoto in the 71 finishes in the 13th position. Givaldo Spindler in the 68 finishes in P14. P15 is Jesus Iglesias. He had trouble right off the bat here tonight. Jair Oliveira finishes in the 16th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. 17th. And Chris Hughes finishes in the 18th position. So congratulations to Franco Alvarez on getting the win. Big time run there for him. And I think he likes this track. I am willing to bet you. See if we can't get fix that right there. That's not too bad. So always a little dicey there on how I lined that up, but hey, whatever, it works. It was a good run tonight. A little caution filled early on, but they got that figured out. Hopefully we'll be able to see Franco Alvarez up here in the booth with us. So again, we'll see if we can't get Ben R. I was looking at Ben R's name. Franco Alvarez up here with us. We'll see if we can't get him in the booth. Talk to the admin. All the time. Franco Alvarez there joining us in the booth. Congratulations, man. Well, the back half of that race, I'd say the first 20 laps were pretty fun, and then it got a little crazy, and then the back half of that race seemed a lot of fun, too. What was your thoughts on this race tonight?
Martinsville equals fun. That was such a fun race, man. A lot of racing, a lot of battles, side-by-side, passing, lap traffic. This race had everything.
Yeah, we had some cautions there sort of bunched together. It would seem like we could only get maybe about 10 laps or so on green, and then we end up wrecking. But, guys kind of figured it out. That back half of the race was really pretty interesting. You had some lap traffic to deal with. And, something happened to Arthur Vieta, too, because he was really giving you some pressure there early on in the race. He was pretty fast too. What were your thoughts there early on with him, and then later in the race when he was off the pace?
Well, let's start from the start. At the beginning of the race, Arthur was giving me a lot of pressure, and I figured when he passed me, he was shifting on the corners. That's why he was having such a good exit. So I learned from it. I started shifting as well, and I matched his pace. So that's how I went to the lead again. I regained the lead since I lost that on the pit stop. And then, I don't know what happened. I know Claudio had mechanical issues and he retired. I don't know what happened to Benur Silva or Arthur. both of them were really, really fast, but they disappeared. I don't know what happened, but the main contenders disappeared, and from that time on, it was just keeping a pace, maintaining my rhythm, and not making mistakes. Just trying to be patient with the lap traffic, and just keeping a good lead while don't burning my stuff.
And he had some big names in the race here tonight. I mean, when Benor Silva shows up, you got Gelson Neto out here too. Those guys have been racing with us a little bit again, and huge names in racing, sim racing too. The South American guys, and a huge contingent, including you, a huge contingent from South America out here representing tonight.
I mean, I honestly, I don't think people watching understand how hard it is to win, because you had Arthur with problems, you had Maynard with problems, you had Claudio retiring, and you still have to deal with Todd, with Craig, with Dana, with Preston, with Gordon. Like, man, this is so hard and so fun at the same time. And apart from all of that, we had to pass like half the field, taking a lap from them, like going 3 wide, going to the outside, diving on the inside. Like, man, this is so hard.
Yeah, what a fun race to watch too. I always like to watch races here at Bristol. Martinsville. It's you got to concentrate on the track, but you also have to be really, really aware of all the cars that are around you too. It's as tight as it is.
Yeah, and also like at the beginning of the race, on my race with Arthur for the lead, we both of us were doing our 100%. Like, I was braking on my absolute limit. I almost got into him a couple of times. I was sideways sometimes. Like, we were on absolute limit, and we still couldn't open up to the field. So that shows you how tight this is today.
Well, next week we change the format there. Not the format, but to change the track quite a bit. Different track coming up. Texas Motor Speedway, cookie cutter. A high speed 1.5 miles too. What are your thoughts coming in to end the first half of this season at that 1.5 mile track at Texas?
I don't know what my expectations are, because the cookie cutters races like super speedways with this car. So I expect a couple of accidents. I expect a really close finish. I expect fuel mileage. I expect a lot of everything.
Well, there's the back half of this season is interesting. We got Dega, Dover, Kansas, Darlington, and North Wilkesboro. Are there any of those tracks that stand out to you?
All 5? Talladega never disappoints. Talladega is pure show. Dover, always great racing, a lot of tire fall off, a lot of strategy. Kansas, similar to Texas. Darlington, the track too tough to tame. So, and then we end up in North Wilkesboro. That race is kind of similar to this track. So the season ending should have great racing.
Well, hey, best of luck to you. Congratulations tonight. Best of luck to you the rest of the season. And as always, I want to say thank you, by the way, for all the work you've done here in painting cars, getting the Ford shifted over to the new grill, the new model of Ford. So I really appreciate all your work here for High Octane Racing League and the Buschwackers series.
I appreciate your job doing the broadcast, and of course the whole league basically. So thanks for that, and I hope people like the new cars coming up next week. Maybe.
Yeah. We'll keep our fingers
There's
crossed.
2 or 3 coming up. So
I apparently have a lot of work to do.
Oh, yes you do.
All right, man. Well, hey, congrats, and we'll see you next week.
I hope you guys enjoyed the race. See ya.
That is Franco Alvarez joining us up here in the booth, and looking at that schedule, man. He pointed out some tracks. Well, he pointed out all of them, but yeah. Going to be an interesting back half of the season, but we got to tame Texas before we get to Talladega, that's for sure. But congratulations to Franco Alvarez, and a fantastic race here for him. Man, we got some more Martinsville headed your way tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Saturday Night Thunder. It's the Cup cars out here, 150-lap race. It's race number 4 of the season, and that should be a fun one. I want to say thank you so much for coming out and supporting me here at TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, beat the algorithm, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And then don't forget to smash that bell. You get updates of when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. I really appreciate it. Each and every person that comes out, they subscribe, they come out and watch the races. Bring your friends as well. Man, the more people that watch the races, the more that those races get out there in people's news feeds. so they can check it out as well. And I really love doing this stuff. Please help me out also by clicking on the links down in the description of this race. I got the PayPal link, of course, if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV. Also, my SimLab affiliate link, too, if you want to purchase something through them. I really appreciate your help. We've got the Extra Life Children's Miracle Network Hospital as well. So if you want to make a donation to them, that would be awesome. So, again, I really appreciate everybody's help and patronage here at TurnLeftTV. Love doing this. Our race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server for your race league, solid connections here tonight. We got guys from all around the world. We had a guy from Ukraine. We got a guy from Indonesia. What else did we have? A bunch of South American drivers at Argentina, Brazil. Guys racing from that area of the world. Canada as well. That's North America, of course, and of course the United States. And we also have some Europeans that come out and race with us as well. So it's just a fantastic crowd. Really, really solid connection. So EliteHostingUSA.com. And that's who provides our service here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Don't forget to join us there, and you can click on the link to our Discord server. That's where we do most of our business. And welcome to all those new members on our Discord server as well. And we got an IndyCar series coming up here really, really soon. I'm about ready to officially announce the schedule. So an 8-race season coming up here real soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Of course, those races will be broadcast live right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV tonight. Congratulations to Franco Alvarez on another big win for him. And that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go up here and join my friends. Again, thanks for joining me here. I am out of here.